guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? I use my computer headphones now. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't work on my other headphones. I'm just gonna stick to my computer, and then in the future, I'm just gonna do the videos instead of going live. So this is a pain in the ass. Oh, anyways, back to the topic. I was talking about, is this clear or no? Is this clear, like the voice? Better? Okay, so I'm gonna move closer to my microphone so you can much better. Great. Yeah, I'm planning on getting a new computer very soon. I mean, this computer is pretty new. It's been only I'll say like 2 years old, and then I dropped it many times. That's why the fan is broken, and then it's still very fast. So I don't see why I should get a new computer. I mean, it still works. It's been 2 years. But anyhow, back to the topic. I know many people are trying to short this market to the downside because we are drastically going up for the past 2 months. So when you see this kind of movements, you don't want to get caught in this picture because the bigger picture is trending up. So don't short. But right now we are close to the next resistance, which I'm looking at 28.11. If you look at the past previous October, November, December, 28.11 is the 3 resistance we have, and then we are almost there. We just need a 30 more points move on SPX to get there, and then that's the point where we can see a confirmation of whether we're going to come down a little bit, consolidate, and then we go higher, or we just come down straight and then we test and we fail and we come down. So that's the point of looking at. Take note, 28.10 or 28.15 on SPX. And let's talk about the FOMC tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So what are we looking at FOMC tomorrow? First of all, we have to look at our GDP number from last Thursday, and our CPI number also last Thursday. And then we have to look at the manufacturing and the retail number on Fridays. So are those numbers good or bad? If you don't follow the news, if you don't look at the numbers, I'll tell you now. Those numbers are lower than expected. Yeah, they are lower than expected. Maybe because the government shutdown in December and January kind of affected. But in China, the numbers are also lower than expected. That is why we had some sell-off on Wednesday, Thursday, but then everything came back up because the market wants to go to 2800. So with the FOMC meeting tomorrow in the mornings, I'm looking at a potential upside to 2800. And then the minutes will determine whether we go even higher or we come down to test 2750 and 2720. Why 2720? Because there's a gap to be filled at 2720. And then in the history of the market, I always repeat myself, gaps always been filled. It's just a matter of time, like when it's gonna be filled, but it always gets filled. So 2800 tomorrow, pre-minutes, pre-FOMC, and then before that, I'm long, and then after that, depends on how the result is. I'm looking more towards downside on markets because we need to have some sort of pullback in order to go higher. Market doesn't go one direction. It has to chop, come down, come up, and then go higher. But as for now, in the past 2 months, we just have a straight line. So logically speaking, yeah, we need to come down just a little bit to 2750, 2720. That's my targets. And let's take a look at NVDA and what happened. So with NVDA, we see so many like bad news, even though some are already priced in. But then after the earnings, Wall Street are still doubting that is NVIDIA going to be a profitable company in 2019. And then if you look at the crypto, like burst to the upside in the past 2 or 3 days, we're looking at BTC at 4,000, And then we're looking at so many small Bitcoins related stocks that also went to the upside. That's a sign that we can have a potential rally on the semiconductors. And then if you look at the Asia semiconductors like TSM, for example, the huge one in China and Taiwan, they were up about 7% in the past month. So something is coming up here. And then with the trade deals, can we get 2750 on the SPX for this Friday if market touches 2800 above? Okay, you have to look at two signals. For me, I look at 1 hour or 4 hours. When I see 2750, it is possible to hit 2750 on Friday. So right now we are still in this upward channel that goes up on the hourly. So once you see on the 1 hour chart on the SPX, you can draw two lines on the 1 hour chart on the SPX, and then it stays within the range. Just draw that on your computer and look at 1 hour by hour. And then if you see that broken, the channel breaks, that means we can retest to 2750, 2720. So to your question is, should you get a Friday 2750 put? You have to look at if we test 2800 and then we fail, and then we test again and then we reject. That's a signal when you get input. But if we touch 2800, we come down a little bit, and then we break the previous high, don't short this yet. Because we know that algos, the big money, they are pushing this higher. Why is that? Here's my thesis. A lot of fund managers, big traders, they got caught in the December sell-off. So right now they want to push this even higher. So us retail will get in to push it even higher. So when they reach the price, they're gonna sell it and then leave us back holding everything at 2800 level. This is where I'm saying. I really don't think that we can go to 29 or even 3000 on this SPX, because there are so many news going on, like bad news, bad GDP, bad numbers, and then we have a trade deal that hasn't been even made with President Trump and Prime Minister, whatever it's called, Xi in China. So if we make a deal, then I do believe we can go to even 2850 by end of March. And this is a big thing. Every time we see a news of a trade news comes out, like little positive rumor, market flies. So with your question, 2750 put, you have to see how we do in the 2800 level, see how many rejections we have. Then that could be a sign to buy some 275 SPY put. For me personally, I do want to get some March or even April 1st. Yeah, many a time rip the face. It's true. So tomorrow pre-FOMC meeting, there's gonna be some I think buying activity in the morning, and then it could go down after the FOMC based on the bad numbers that the government provided last week, and based on the Chinese manufacturing and retailing numbers from last week. So we have all this kind of bad news going on, and the market is still being bought up. And look at gold. Gold, we have about like 20 points to the upside. So something isn't right here. Gold is going up, our market's flying, and the VIX is at all-time low in 2019. And the VIX, the volatility of inside the VIX is also at all-time low in 2019. So it doesn't make sense, right? So every bearish position is at all-time low, and then our market is not at all-time high yet. And then the gold is constantly going up. So something's wrong, but I could be wrong too. Maybe we can have a deal and go even higher. So who knows? But at this point, the point is 28.15, 28.11, and then see how they act around that range. And then you could have a potential nice profit by shorting this market, because so many people want to short this market in the past 2 or 3 weeks. And guess what? They all get burned. And then the short squeeze pushing us even higher. And I've been telling you guys not to short us playing this thing. So don't short us yet until we hit 28.15, 28.11 again. and then see how the market reacts around loss range in order to decide, okay, time to short. Okay, I don't have any questions to ask me. In the future, I'll do the videos instead of making it live because the microphone sucks. And sometimes my fan started act. Can you do a screen share with how you using it? Do you know how to do the screen share on YouTube? Because I'm trying to show viewers my graph. I don't know how to use it. But there are 3 indicators I use. First, well, let me finish. So first, I use MACD. I use TOS, Thinkorswim. It is free, Thinkorswim. And then I use MACD to look at the volume divergence, convergence, and buying and selling. And then I also using the Jones-Person PPS indicator. And then I also use PMC, also Jones-Person. PMC tells me how this particular company is performing. Just look on your Thinkorswim platform. You'll see a Jones-Person indicator. Okay, let's see what the next thing is. Will NVIDIA go back to 185? Personally, I do think yes. I don't know when. Does things show? Okay, so if NVIDIA comes back to 150, it's a buy for me. 150, 149 is a buy for me. As for now, if you just open the NVIDIA chart and then put 1 hour time frame, and you can draw 2 lines that's like this inside the NVIDIA channel. So right here is 156. Right here is 169. It's in this channel that we're going slowly towards the upside. So if you have NVIDIA. As for me, I'm not getting out because it hasn't come to 156 the level yet. So yeah, I do think NVIDIA go to 185 because there's a gap there at 182, and the gap's always been filled. So do you think NVIDIA will go down when SPY goes down? Okay, NVIDIA is not that big in the SP 500. NVIDIA is in NASDAQ, and NASDAQ has been lagging behind. SPY consists of financials, energy sectors, and then the big tech companies. And I think there's one more, but the 3 big things in the SP is energy, financials, and some big tech. NVIDIA is not that big in the SP. NVIDIA is big in the NASDAQ. So if SPY goes down, will NVIDIA also go down? When SPY goes down, NASDAQ goes down, Dow goes down, then yeah, NVIDIA will go down. But I'll look at NASDAQ first before I look at SPY if you're talking about NVIDIA. Let's see what we're looking at. What do I think about Tesla? Okay. So let me look at a chart on Tesla real quick and just to look at it. When you're looking at a chart, I do look at daily chart first and then look at hourly chart. Tomorrow, look at hourly. Because normally hourly channel they don't break. If you're swing trading, let's say about like 3 days a week, then you look at daily. So on Tesla, I'm looking at the daily chart. I think Tesla has more room to go up. But it does have a 200 days moving average at 325. So for me personally, Tesla is not a buy, but because it's an automaker, and then we are heading into recession, right? So if you're talking about shares, why would you buy something that's a Tesla that's not even profitable? I mean, look at the balance sheet, look at their financial statements, they're not even profitable. So for Tesla, I do think it has more room to go up to 340, and then that's when I'm going to short this down back to 290. That's what I'm looking at. Tesla does have its own trading range at 280 to 345. But yeah, Tesla right now is a buy for me. IRBT, so I should show your opinion. IRBT. robots. I see. So it has a good earning and then it goes shot all the way to 120. Okay, for this one, you have to look at like go back in history and look at a 2 years graph and see if this is all-time high or not. So let me make this 3 years graph, daily 3 years. Wow, 120. Okay, as for IRBT, the previous high was 118. So right now it's 120. Okay, this is interesting because I don't know how well their earnings were and then their revenues and what's the reputation of IRBT in Wall Street. But based on a technical, it's not a short yet. So IRBT is not a short just yet because today it bounced off at the 10 days moving average and they closed higher. So I will wait for some red candle confirmation before you short it because this thing can go a lot higher. And then if it pulls back, we'll be targeting 105. Yeah, Shopify was a show for me because they missed the earnings, and then somebody asked me about Shopify, I think 2 weeks ago, and I told them the thing has to come down without like no reason, just everything missed, it went back up. So Shopify, yeah, I think the show for me. I'll wait for just a little bit until the market actually reach the top 2810. The thing, it doesn't make sense for a company misses earning, misses revenue, and then I'll keep going higher and higher, right? So I'll just wait for Shopify. 185 is high today, 181. It does look like Shopify wants to go to, well, this is like all-time high on Shopify. That's very interesting. So on Shopify, I'll wait for a 2 or 3 more days to see how this thing will react. When you see a red rejection candle, that means time to go short. But as for now, it still looks very bullish to me. People want to short the high, but you cannot predict the high, and then you get burned, and then short squeeze, and then go even higher. That's when you short it. But right now, Shopify, just wait for a little bit. Let's look at, okay, Apple. Again, all this trade war on Apple, and then I think there's some small lawsuits that's going on with Apple, some insider tradings. With Apple, I am not touching it because of the trade war. Apple has a gap to be filled at 165, but it also has this gap to fill at 180. But right now, market is still topped out, so chances are Apple going down is higher to the gap at 165 than going to 185. PayPal. Okay, I shorted PayPal before after earnings. It was a good play, but now PayPal is almost back at its all-time high. So with PayPal being said, I'm waiting for my chart to load this up. If you look at PayPal chart, who would buy this? It doesn't make sense for PayPal to be at this high. The high went to a 96.04. So with PayPal, the information to short. If you look at this yesterday, yeah, PayPal is a short to me. PayPal is a short to me. My next support on PayPal is 93. PayPal is 93.85. And the next one I'll be looking at is 91.5. But the PayPal, I want to see this thing go to at least 90 in the next two or 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. PayPal is a short to me. What do I think on Netflix and SQ? Let's look at Netflix. I'm interested in Netflix too. On Netflix, okay, Netflix is a short right now because it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Netflix double top 5 times. Okay, 5 times in the past how many days? Let's see, 1, 2. So Netflix on January 14th went to 363, and then January 16th also same price. January 18th also 363, and now we are 361. So this thing It's a short to me, but then today we had a bullish engulfing candle that engulfed the previous day candle. So what most likely to happen is that we want to see Netflix try to go up maybe $2 or $3. And then when we see a rejection, that means we need to short Netflix down. How much, you may ask me? Down to the 200 days moving average, which is at 340 roughly. So Netflix is a short to me in 2 to 3 days. I want to see a signal first, so I can buy it at a better price and then get the maximum profit. Has earnings 27 next Thursday. Okay, SQ is going to have. Okay, again, I don't know what the company does, but for me personally, Square has some room to go up to the upside. So this thing also got beaten down a lot since October. So right now we'll be looking at the next resistance at 78, and then once we pass 78.7, we'll be looking at $83 on SQ. But again, if you look at a different direction, the next support we'll be looking at is about $71, and then the 200 days moving average at 69. Yeah, I want to show Lulu so bad though. This thing makes what, yoga pants? I'm not too sure. Again, I'm not familiar with the companies. Can someone tell me what Lulu does? If they're making yoga pants, I don't see why it's $147 for yoga pants. Like, that's just way too much. So with Lulu, the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the previous support we're looking at 143.5 roughly. But right now it's 147. Looking at 150 or even 151 on Lulu first. Yeah, they're making like clothing, so it doesn't make sense for a company just to be worth as much for a clothing brand. Even Under Armour doesn't worth as much. So with Lulu, yeah, it's going to have a bounce to 149, and then you'll reject back to 143, and then eventually it will go down to 139. This is what I'm looking at on Lulu. Lululemon, interesting. But yeah, this is going to have a bounce to upside to 150, and then come down to 142 and then 139. And I do believe that the missed earnings back in December, and then level earnings is March 26. Okay, but yeah, this is gonna be a dead cat bounce to upside a little bit and then come back down to 139, 141 first. Yeah, it's been trading in that range for like 10 to 12 days. So most likely it's going to come back within this range and then consolidate and eventually break to the downside. That's what I'm saying. Okay, A viewers, not bad. There's somewhere else. Where same space as PayPal. Do I think SPY will test more lows? No, I don't think so. I don't think so because okay, it's my biased opinion, but if Trump wants to win re-election next year, he wants the economy to do well. So he wants to push this even higher. So as to me, every dip is a buy. So do I think SPY will test December low at 230? Not a chance. 260 maybe. 230 no. Okay, weird thing is on AMD, this thing wants to break out. Okay, so you hear me here first. AMD wants to break out. Breaking out to what? $25. 25 bucks. And why is that? I'm looking up about like 5% or 4% in the past couple of days. And then with this kind of China trade rumor, I do believe that semiconductors are going to have some kind of upside potential. So AMD, for me, it looks like it's going to have a breakout. So yeah, I'll be looking at is like 2146, 2146 on AMD. But I don't think it will go there unless the market tanks like a whole lot. But yeah, most likely in AMD scenario, it's gonna go to $25. I don't know what EL short is. Yeah, I don't know EL. It looks like it has a like nice earning back a week ago, and now it's all the way up. I didn't short this yet because there's no signal to short. The support is at 152. The next round we'll be looking at 149.5. Yeah, it could be a short if you see a reversal. Right now, I don't see a reversal. A reversal means that it breaks the previous support and it's breaking down lower, and then you actually see red signal forming on the daily chart. Right now, I don't see anything yet. Yeah, I don't see anything on the short and EL yet, and I don't know if this follows the market, so it's not a short to me just yet. Yeah, maybe next time we should have more viewers on the live stream. Any questions, guys? Thank you for watching. Five people left. Any last minute questions? But you heard me first though. Tomorrow we might test the 2800 level first before the FOMC, and then we'll have either drastic to the upside or come down to the downside. For me personally, I think we have to go down to 2720. Yeah, no problem, guys. But in the future, I'm just gonna do my daily videos because live stream isn't working out as much as I thought it would be because my microphone sucked, and then sometimes my fan is acting up. So I'll just do my daily videos, and then if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask me on Discord. Tag me. I'll give you my quick 2 cents. Okay. You guys have any last minute questions? If not, I'm signing off. Thank you. Okay, so no more questions. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just don't show this market yet. No confirmation, no signal, no sign. You show this, you'll get burned. Yep. Okay, great. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys in Discord chat.